I'm Calvin Chapman with the HGP Sportscast. GFF Evaluation Committee to commence evaluation of bids submitted for preparatory works to begin on Guyana's first FIFA Gold project. Sean Embrock with more details.
The long-awaited FIFA Gold project for Guyana is closer to realization and a facility for the sport of football in Guyana. The bids for the preparatory work on the site for the FIFA Gold project were opened at 2 p.m. on Wednesday, 14 June 2016 in the boardroom of the Guyana Football Federation, GFF. Present to witness the seals open were representatives from the National Sports Commission and the Guyana Olympic Association. 4 bidders were shortlisted. Only Courtney Ben Construction and Dwayne Ferdinand Home Designs and Engineering Associates submitted bids. This paves the way for an evaluation committee to commence the evaluation of the bids and submit a report to the executive committee. This process is scheduled to be completed by June 30th, 2016, when the successful bidder will be publicly announced. The gold project will be situated at Providence, East Bank, Demerara, following the acquisition of a 30-year lease of 8.5 acres of land from the Eccles-Ramsburg Neighborhood Democratic Council. This will provide a FIFA-approved home for the Federation, which will, among others, facilitate the national team's training session and host local and international matches.
The West Indies form dipped in the Baller Tri-Nation Series after losing to South Africa by 139 runs in the second match of the St. Kitts Warner Park leg. Hazim Amla led with the bat and Imran Tahir with the ball. Hazim Amla stroked his 23rd one-day international century as South Africa composed 343 runs, batting first at the diminutive Warner Park cricket ground. Alma shared in a 182 opening stand with wicketkeeper Quinton de Kock, who scored 71. Faf du Plessis then scored a quick-fire 73 not out as he pushed the Africans over the 300-run mark after the foundation was made. In reply, West Indies had a good start as Fletcher and Charles scored 58 runs off the first 6 overs. Coach Simmons had stated concern over the top 4's poor performances, and it continued in this match as Charles was the only batsman past 25 runs with a top score of 58. South Africa's spinner Imran Tahir took 7 for 45 as West Indies found themselves all out for 208 from 38 overs, giving South Africa their bonus point along the way. With each team playing 4 games, South Africa has 10 points, Australia has 9, and West Indies are bottom with 8 points. The last 3 matches and final will be played in Barbados at the Kensington Oval beginning Sunday, July 10th. The GFA Stag Premier League, with 2 rounds remaining, Western Tigers leads the points table on 27, with closest challenger 7 points behind.
Game 1 Wednesday night culminated with a 2-1 finish in favor of the East Bank Rhythm Squad versus Flamingo FC at the GFC ground. Amos Ramsey netted in the 33rd minute, and 3 minutes later, Rolex Smith doubled the goals in the 36th minute. Flamingo's Orlando Ricketts in the 60th minute of play gave his team some hope with his successful shot to goal. Flamingo found it difficult to score another goal. After 90 minutes, the matchup ended in a 2-1 victory for Rhythm Squad. Meanwhile, the feature matchup Western Tigers battled with Compton FC ended in a team draw. Vice President Competition Frank Paris noted that the tournament provided the necessary development for players.
Okay, the GFF have put together this tournament. Have you seen improvement in the level of play, the skills and the tacticalness of the teams and so on?
Yeah, we have definitely seen improvement with the teams over a period, because remember they've had a Lloyd in football for that period and now consistently playing. But the weather, as I said, has thrown us off for a couple of weeks, and now as you see, they're starting back. Not at the high tempo they was at before, but hopefully next season we can get a smooth run with the league and probably higher standards will be shown on the football field.
Western Tigers on 27 points lead the table, followed by Police FC and Santos FC on 20 points each. Rhythm Squad 19, Compton FC 15, Flamingo FC 10, Northern Rangers 8, and in the cellar, Beacon FC on 4 points.
The Lucozade Indoor Hockey Tournament kicked off on Tuesday with wins for Bounty GCC and Hikers Hockey Club. The first match between Bounty's GCC and the Old Fort Knockers showed real promise initially, but ended up being a one-sided affair in favor of GCC. The final tally was 20-0, which was partly a result of Knockers playing without a goalkeeper. The stars for the winning team were national junior player Daniel Hooper, who scored 7 goals, and Kevin Spencer, who scored 6. Hooper scored 4 of the 7 goals at halftime, and that set the Knockers back on their heels. The second contest saw the Old Fort Stallions face up against the Hikers. The Hikers managed to clinch a 7-5 win, but the Stallions showed that they were no pushover despite not having a goalkeeper as well. National junior players Andrew Stewart and Rory Branford, along with Randy Hope, netted twice each for Hikers after Robert France had opened the scoring in the 4th minute for his side. The Lucozade League action continues this Friday with Saints men versus GCC Vintage and GCC Pitbulls taking on Hikers men. The first game begins at 1700 hours. And that concludes the HGP Sportscast. Your weather forecast is up next.